Welcome everybody to today's video where I will be, reviewing this website. They did a top 10 anime list. So I'm going to be doing a couple of those for today's episode. And if you like more, let me know in the comments. But anyway, before we get the video started, I'd just like to say that I apologize for the Black Clover Season 1.1 review. Had some issues come up last week, so I wasn't able to record or edit. I was going to put some in about this on Monday's video, but I already had scheduled it. So you could look forward to this week for a review for Black Clover Season 1.1. Also, I'd like to mention that I'll be doing a Legend of Zelda series. It's basically me playing from the timeline, like what the first on the timeline to the end, which I know there's 3 multiple cards, but I'm not gonna be doing a gameplay of it. It's gonna be like a skit almost, you could say. I'm gonna try that and see how it works. But anyway, without further ado, let's jump into this video. Alright, so starting off with the first top 10 anime list, we got anime that go from 0 to 100 in the first episode. Right now, I don't know the middle one. Like the one on the left seems like Tokyo Ghoul, but I could be wrong. Right is definitely Attack on Titan. These two I never watched. But anyway, let's get into it. Let's see what's number 10. And of course, we're going to do this one next. Top 10 best action anime of 2021 so far. We're gonna jump into that one. All right, number 10, an unconventional love story, Scum's Wish. Never seen that one. Scum's Wish probably stands out the most in this list. Why? The first episode starts with presenting to the viewer what happens to be a romantic comedy slash slice of life story. However, by the end, the true narrative comes to light. Just by reading that, I want to watch this. But anyway, let's continue. The two main characters, Hanabi and Mugi. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, but anyway, which I probably did, but anyway, are not truly in love with each other. Mugi is in love with his tutor, who is also a teacher at their high school, and Hanabi has fallen hard for her childhood friend, who is also a teacher. The two of them, realizing their loves will likely never be requited, resolve to use one another as replacements, both sexually and emotionally. Not exactly the healthiest start to a relationship. I kind of want to watch this now. Not gonna lie. So it's basically a romantic comedy. Okay, I see. Alright, let's jump into number 9. What's number 9? Light strives to become God. Death Note. Now, I did watch Death Note. Like, I watched bits and part of the animated. Like, I watched the live action, and it was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. The live action was pretty good. I'm not talking about the Netflix. I'm talking about before they did the Netflix. With all, they did, I believe they did multiple, and then they made the L's. They did a movie about L, which that was also fantastic. I loved it. But anyway, let's get back into it. Death Note starts off right away by introducing Shinigami and explaining what exactly Death Note is. However, it's not until the end of the episode when Light Yagami reveals his intentions for using the notebook. Light is a high schooler, the very model of an honest student. He's not someone that would ordinarily be suspected for being a mass killer. However, the final scene tells the viewer a lot about his mental state, like truly believes himself to be humanity's savior, and says that he is going to become a god through the use of the Death Note. Okay, note like my friend It's Asylum is a big fan into um Death Note. I think he started collecting. Like I don't know how far he got into the because they have the black manga cover books, which he started collecting. I don't know how far he is, but anyway, let's go on to the next. Unless we got not the average butler, Black Butler. I heard about this, but I never got into it. Black Black Butler's opening scene is the protagonist CL in some sort of void, asking a pupil to grant his wish. This scene clues the viewer into something more fantastical going on, but the truth is not revealed until later. Other than that initial sequence, the first episode plays out more or less normally. CL is a 13-year-old Earl of the Phantom High family, a very rich and high profile family. His butler, Sebastian, is actually a demon and Cel's personal bodyguard who takes care of any task, no matter how sinister, including intimidating the head of a toy company trying to scam the boy at the end of the episode. Holy crap. But anyway, I might get into that. I might start watching because I think my brother also watched Black Butler and he also liked it. So I'm gonna probably add that to my watch list, but I would have to pull it because I don't want to watch something that I'm gonna probably review later on. But anyway, let's get into the next. Solving a mystery, spamming decades, erased. I think I heard of Erase. Erase starts like a slice of life anime with a supernatural twist. The protagonist Satoru is regularly and involuntarily sent back in time several moments to prevent disastrous situations. The first episode seems fairly innocent at first, but about midway through, Satoru's mother is suddenly and brutally murdered. The show becomes very bloody very quickly when Satoru discovers his mother's body and hears police sirens. His unique ability activates itself and sends him back in time. 18 years prior, this series then becomes a murder mystery with Satoru trapped in the past. That one's actually interesting. I would say so far, 10 and 7 got me. What was it called? This one. I don't know if Scum's Wish. Scum's Wish and Erase got me wanting to watch. All right, let's see if we got the next one. 6. A man's best friend is loyal to the end, to your eternity. Eternity. I think I've seen a trailer about this. To Your Eternity is a fantasy anime that hits the viewer with a gut punch right off the bat. The story revolves around a mysterious deity sending a shape-shifting orb to Earth to gain new experience and stimulation. One of the first forms the orb takes is that of a wolf who belongs to a boy in a nearby village. However, by the time the newly transformed wolf arrives at the village, all of its inhabitants, except for the boy, have either left or died. The two of them venture out in search of missing villagers. However, all they find is a mass gravesite, and the boy injures his leg. They head back the way they came, and the boy eventually dies from the injury and begs the wolf to remember him. Okay, that actually sounds Well, spoiler alert, thank you. But anyway, that one also seems interesting. Uh, because if this is what happens in the first episode, I wonder what the rest of the anime will be. Okay, number 5, The Black Swordsman Bloody Debut, Berserk 1997. I heard this one. I heard about this one. There's some that happens in here. Berserk is one of the most famous and influential fantasy manga, and its 1997 anime adaptation has a very memorable first episode. It's a bit of a slow burn, first showing the forging of Guts' iconic sword and a brief bar brawl that he is involved in. Yeah. The climax of the episode is a battle between Guts and the Snake Baron, a humanoid that shapeshifts into a giant serpent creature. Guts defeats the Baron, then brutally tortured him before finally leaving him to burn to death. Okay, after reading that, I still say that the one previous one got me wanting to read. I mean, watch. What's it called? To Your Eternity. Like, I'm gonna probably. Okay. Oh, so it was Tokyo Ghoul. Kaneki goes on the worst first date. Tokyo Ghoul. Tokyo Ghoul's first scene shows a powerful ghoul rise, eating a human being, and then getting into a fight with another ghoul. The anime jumps straight to 100, much faster than the other shows on this list. The next part of the episode is calmer, introducing viewers to the protagonist, Ken Kaneki. Ken has a crush on a girl he regularly sees at a local coffee shop, and he ends up asking her out on a date. As it turns out, the girl is Rise, and at the end of the evening together, she attempts to eat Kaneki. Ultimately, the pair are crushed by falling construction components, and Rise organs are used to save Kaneki, transforming him into a half-ghoul, half-human hybrid. Damn. I think I am gonna be watching some Tokyo Ghoul now. After reading this, I definitely want to see what, because I know Tokyo Ghoul. I don't know if it officially ended, but anyway, that's gonna. I need to see if I added that to the list. But of course we have to finish watching Black Clover. But anyway, let's go to the next. Tanjiro saves the last of his family. Oh yeah, yeah. This first episode took a twist. Demon Slayer. The first half of the episode of Demon Slayer gives the audience time to get to know Tanjiro and his family. The young boy leaves home to sell charcoal in a local town. When he returns, he sees that his whole family has been slaughtered. Yeah. Tanjiro's sister, Nezuko, attacks him. Having been turned into a demon, he refuses to fight back, believing that she can still be saved, even going as far as to protect her from a demon slayer. This sets in motion Tanjiro's journey to restore his sister's humanity. So I guess, like, for all these reviews, it's only about the first episode, because it, based on this summary, is just the first episode. But anyway, let's go to the next one. Attack on Titan. A violent and dramatizing premiere. Attack on Titan. The first episode of Attack on Titan is another example of a slow burn, at least in the beginning, where the show takes its time, introducing the main cast of Eren, Mikasa, and Armin. My bad. It is in this episode that Eren first expresses his desire to join the Survey Corps, and it sets up the plot point of Grisha. His father keeping something secret in the basement of their home. However, the anime's action really ramps up in its final few moments, in which the colossal titan appears and smashes through the wall. Smaller titans begin to invade, and Eren is forced to watch as one takes his mother and eats her. That I know. My brother watched that, but then he stopped. But anyway, back on Demon Slayer, I can't wait for the next season because I already read through all the manga, and I know they did the a new finale for. I don't know if they did it in the manga, but they're gonna do the alternative finale, which can't wait for that. But Attack on Titan I never watched, but the openings are pretty good. And finally, number 1, the devil is in the details. Devilman Crybaby. I've heard of this one. Devilman Crybaby's first episode revolves around longtime friends Rio and Akira, trying to document the existence of demons and reveal it to the world. To do so, the two of them attend a nightclub where blank and drugs run rampant. Rio, in an attempt to draw out the demons, begins to attack the patrons with a broken bottle. When the demons arrive and begin to kill everyone in sight, Akira himself transforms into a half-demon, half-human hybrid. His newfound power allows him to protect his friends and gives them an advantage in fighting the many demons that we'll soon encounter. But to me, the only one that sounds like, out of all this list, I think the one that stands out, like, this one, Tokyo Ghoul, makes how I read about it makes me want to watch. Berserker, not really. To Your Eternity, I definitely want to watch that now. Based on what Erase, that's another one, and of course, Scum's Wish. I think those should have been placed like higher, but that wasn't like for me. I would have placed those higher because it got me into it got me to want to watch them. Alright, so we're gonna go into our last top 10 list, which is top 10 anime characters who would friend Zoro. If you don't know who Zoro is a character from One Piece who is a badass swordsman, and also, even though he's badass at fighting, he always gets lost a lot. But anyway, why don't we jump into this? So far right now, and plus I'm also getting this information from CBR.com. So let's see what they have to say. Who would be Zoro's friends? Well, the top 10 characters. Looks like Tanjiro and 2 other characters. Okay, let's go into number 10. Goku will encourage Zoro's training. That is true. Goku would. Battle is the one thing Goku from Dragon Ball Z cares about, more than almost anything else, meaning he's always on lookout for a good sparring partner and hates to see talent go to waste. Goku is also pretty similar to Luffy with his simple-minded determination for his one chosen goal, a trait that's sure to earn Zoro's respect. Goku is also always glad to have a new, strong training partner for his own personal growth. So it's inevitable that both Zoro and Goku would develop a healthy partnership based on getting stronger. That is true, because Goku is always eager to fight strong people. Alright, let's move to number 9. Kenshin's skill will impress Zoro. Dude, I haven't touched this anime in a long time. I used to watch this, but I can with wielding a sword, I can understand. But let's see what they have to say. Since swordsmanship is one of Zoro's most interest is, it's a no-brainer that a renowned swordsman like Rensho Kenshin's Kenshin Himura will catch Zoro's eye. Kenshin is also slightly older and more mature than Zoro, offering a soothing counterpoint to Zoro's occasionally fiery passions. Zoro is sure to take a shine to Kenshin's sword technique as well, and it's possible he could even ask for tips and pickups some sword skills from Kenshin. As long as Zoro doesn't let Kenshin know that he can become a bit bloodthirsty when riled up, this is a friendship that's sure to turn out positive. I can probably see that. I forgot that whenever he once he gets pushed to the edge, he gets bloodthirsty. I think that's how it is. Number 8, Hollow will keep up with Zoro's drinking. Spice and Wolf. Zoro's alcohol tolerance is legendary, giving him something in common with Hollow from Spice and Wolf, which I never heard. Who herself can knock back many pints of wine before tapping out. Hollow might find Zoro's lack of humor boring at first, but being a skilled conversationalist, it's only a matter of time before Hollow starts teasing Zoro for her amusement. Zoro's seriousness is definitely a counterpoint to Hollow's playful banter, and he might take offense, but Hollow, the wise wolf of Yostu, hopefully I said it right, is more than prepared to soothe an angry Zoro if she provokes him too far. Oh my god, that is so freaking true. I forgot Zoro likes to drink. Number 7, Hatsuhara's seriousness will blend well with Zoro. Fruit basket. Isn't that the cow? No way. As a serious and perspective character who aims to bring out the best in others, Fruit Basket's Hatsuhara Soma would make a great pal for Zoro. 101 is willing to accept someone as they are and give the compassion and understanding they so deeply needed. As a serious man himself, it's likely that Zoro respects Hatsu's quiet determination and find a God supportive friend. But if that fails, at least the two of them can bond over their mutually terrible sense of direction. I forgot to count. Terrible sense of direction. Number 6, Morgan's strength will challenge Zoro. Oh, the guy from High School DX. Not High School DxD. The god of high school. Zoro is a man who's on a never-ending crusade to hone his skills and increase his fighting powers. Meaning, Morgan from the god of high school will be worthy sparring partner. Moreover, Mori's personality is pretty close to Luffy's, meaning Mori is kind of a guy Zoro is used to handling. Mori also has an unwavering sense of humor and fairness, traits that Zoro shares. Sparring against Mori's Taekwondo will be a unique challenge for Zoro and help him grow as a fighter. I watched, like when it first aired, I watched for that first episode and I did like it. Okay. Number 5, we got somebody from Attack on Titan. Mikasa's sense of loyalty will agree with Zoro. Like Zoro, Mikasa from Attack on Titan possesses an impressive intensity that will surely catch Zoro's eyes. Misuka is a character who gets the job done no matter the cause, even if it's on her own life. Resolve like that is the kind of stuff that Zoro is made of. That's it. And it's highly likely that he'll find a kindred spirit in her. As long as Mikasa is willing to let Zoro in, the two of them could become great friends. Okay. Oh, I think I've seen this guy in an AMV, but anyway, let's see what it reads about this guy, because I think this guy is pretty damn good. Shichika's swordsmanship will intrigue Zoro. As a man who literally cannot wield a blade, was raised to become a blade himself, Zoro will undoubtedly be fascinated by this unheard of swordsmanship and likely want to pit his own skills against the swordless swordsman. Is a serious and skilled fighter who might not want to engage in a fight, but will definitely defend himself if Zoro were to attack. After a good match, it's likely that these two swordsmen would be impressed enough by each other that they'd want to meet again. Oh god, Tanjiro as number 3. Tanjiro's earnest nature will hit Zoro's soft spot. Zoro's belief in honor and royalty are right at home in Tanjiro Kamado, who himself serves as an explanatory son. Tanjiro is also a bit younger than Zoro, and with Zoro's weakness for kids, it's possible he'd want to take Tanjiro under his wing, and Tanjiro, of course, would be happy to have a strong older brother figure to guide him. As the eldest, Tanjiro was expected to guide his younger siblings after all, so having an older sibling will be a unique and welcoming experience. I could see that. But I didn't know Zoro had a weakness for kids. Number 2, Jet. Jet Maturity. I might be saying that. Will temper Zoro's recklessness. Cowboy Bebop. I heard of Cowboy Bebop. As a 36-year-old retired cop, Jet Black from Cowboy Bebop has a fair amount more life experience than Zoro. Zoro has been through a rough life himself, but he's still too young and reckless compared to Jet's calm nature. The dynamic between Zoro and Jet would resemble something like Jet's relationship with Spike, whom he views as a brother and best friend. Jet's worldly wisdom and patience will be a soothing presence for Zoro, who can get carried away with himself in a stressful situation. Number 1, Kill la Kill. Zelene Prime will impress Zoro. Okay, let's see how that would fit in. Although she comes off as observed and domineering, Satsuki from Kill la Kill possesses traits that Zoro would inevitably respect. She's pragmatic, straightforward, and completely unafraid to express her desires and opinions. Satsuki's firm beliefs and charisma are sure to pique Zoro's interest, as long as she's respectful to him. One trait both Satsuki and Zoro share is the willingness to abandon their pride for their goals, despite being prideful about themselves. This indicates an understanding that they're both completely committed to their causes. Okay. See, I don't know any, like, I didn't, know about Kill la Kill. I didn't know about Jet, but I heard about Cowboy Bebop. Tanjiro, I can understand. After watching the AMV, I can understand, because he goes off. Mikasa, I really don't know much about her. Morgan, I've seen the first episode, and after seeing a couple of spoilers, I can understand why he would be a challenge for Zoro. I can understand with this guy because this guy has no sense of direction. That's all I'm gonna say, and that's what I like. A Hollow, never heard of, but Rinskin, Ring, Kenshin, my bad. Swordsman, I kind of figured that he would be on it. Goku, I thought he would have been number one, but let's see who else I would have. No, that was and Tanjiro, Goku, and um, Kenshin were the only people I knew, and of course Hatsuhara. Mori, so that's about 5 of the characters. Yeah, 5 or 6 of the characters I knew. Not bad. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button. And also, if you would like to see any more top 10s, you could go to there will be a link down in the description of, I believe, cbr.com. And y'all can check out their top 10. And I'll catch you guys on the next time. Peace out, everybody.